Hi Flosstube, it's Kippy, the academic stitcher. Thanks for stopping by my channel today. This is Flosstube number 10, I believe, and I normally talk about cross stitch and a little bit of quilting and anything else that might happen to be going on. Right now, pretty much those two as far as craftiness goes. Today's been kind of a challenging day. I guess we could call it a character building day. So when I finished work, I just thought I want to talk to my people. So I hope everybody else is having a great day. I really do appreciate all of the comments, all of the subscribers. Speaking of subscribers, the last time, 2 weeks ago, when I did my last video, I was, I don't know, around 450, 460, and I thought, maybe in a couple of months I can get to 500. Well, now we're nearly to 600, so that's so exciting. And I was going to do a giveaway to celebrate 500 subscribers when that happened. And it's already happened, so stick around. We'll do a giveaway at the end of this video. I had one previous finish that I wanted to show you, and the reason I wanted to show it is a couple of things. First of all, I'd seen it, someone else, oh, now I feel terrible. Someone else was showing it on their Flosstube. And I can't remember who it was. I meant to write it down and I didn't, but it is called Amish Life. It is from Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine way back, late 80s, I believe. And I finished it way back then. Let's see if I can figure out how to show it all to you. I did the 3 pieces. Let's see. There are these 2 pieces, and then this one. All right. So I did this on, I believe this is 25 count a blue Lugana, and that took me forever to finish. It probably took at least a year to finish. And I love it. I loved it at the time. I still love it now. But I hadn't had it out in my house in a very long time. And I moved recently. Well, not that even recently anymore. It's been almost a year. And my oldest daughter one day mentioned it and said that she had thought of that and how she remembered seeing it when she was a little girl. And so I found it in my boxes of stuff, and I haven't decided where I'm going to hang it yet, but it's one of those pieces that I'm kind of proud of. I put in a lot of work on it, and I think it looks really nice. So Amish Life, and I don't know now if that pattern is available somewhere, but like I said, I've seen it now on Instagram, I think, in a couple of places, and I saw it on someone's Flosstube. And if you know whose Flosstube that was, or if it was yours, let me know, because I do want to give you credit. But it's a wonderful piece. It's pretty much solid stitching, so it does take a while. It's got a lot of back stitching, but I think it was worth it. It was worth the effort. So anyway, that's a previous finish I wanted to share with you. I've got, I told you last time, I'm fully into the non-monogamous stitching now. Oh, and it makes me want to start, now that I've already got all these started, I might as well start some more, right? Oh, I'm trying not to do that, especially with big things. I've started at least one new project since last time, and it's a small one, and I'll tell you about it in a minute, but I'm trying not to start anything big. I'm trying to get those finished before I start another more challenging projects. So what I have started are my whips right now. Suffragette by Little House Needleworks. This is a sal that's going on with stitching with the Sisterlies. And so far, I don't think I haven't done a lot since the last time we talked. Here's what I have done. And I said on Instagram that I have a particularly good talent for messing this one up. I don't know if you look carefully, her hat goes up above this blue line here. It's not supposed to do that. But when I did her dress, there's an extra row in here, right here. There should only be 2 rows here and there are 3. And I didn't notice it until I started to do these lines up here. And I noticed that it wasn't matching up like it was supposed to. And it took me a while to figure out where I had made my mistake. And I was not going to try to fix that. And I think it looks okay. It's not that big a deal. It'll be fine. Someone asked on Instagram the last time I posted, I think, they mentioned the color of her dress. The dress color in the pattern is Antique Lace by Classic Colorworks. I am using Antique Lace by Gentle Arts because I liked the variegation in the Gentle Arts version of Antique Lace more. There's quite a bit more. You can tell there's lots of taupes and beige and such in that. And the Classic Colorworks Antique Lace did not have near that much. It was much more subtle, which was very pretty, but I don't know. I just liked this. So it's the dress, and it's also the column over here is done with Antique Lace. So there's one whip. I'm also hosting a stitch along with for Cinnamon Stars, Plum Street Samplers. By the way, if you want to start with if you want to stitch this one, you're welcome. We'd love to have you join us. There's quite a few people on Instagram doing this. TAS Cinnamon Stars, the academic stitcher, TAS Cinnamon Stars is our hashtag that we're using. This one I am just hoping to have done by September, so I'm really not in a whole lot of hurry to get this one done. I want to enjoy it, and it's on the back side of Suffragette. And I have most of the pumpkins done now. I really do like this chart. It's just so pretty. This fabric that I'm working with, I've got Suffragette, Cinnamon Stars. This is a piece of Monaco, a 28 count. I believe this one started out as their tea dyed, and then I coffee tea dyed it, so it's pretty dark, and it's darker than it shows up in my pictures on Instagram. I think it shows up pretty dark here, but it's fairly dark, and I like it. It's very old looking and right up my alley. So another stitch along that I'm doing, and this is a gigantic piece. This is Anniversaries of the Heart. We're on the 2nd month now. Sorry about the glare. Or I'm on the 2nd month, Valentine Rose. And I've said before, I wasn't planning on doing this one, even though the charts were beautiful. This stitch along is hosted by Olivia of Pumpkin Hollow Quilts, who has a Flosstube, and also Deborah of Canopied Stitches on Instagram. I'd seen the charts, and it's like, oh, they're very pretty, but I just don't have time to stitch that one. Then I saw it in person at the Stitch Niche in Arlington, Texas. And I got everything I needed to do it then because it was just so beautiful. So I'm working on the 2nd month. And there we go. Valentine Rose is this one. The first one here was Snow Garden, and I got that one, there it is. I got that one finished. I left off some of the little tiny details because I haven't decided, and probably won't decide till I'm very close to finished, what initials and dates are going to go in what square or in what sections. So I figured on those little snowflakes, and I think there's a key. I didn't stitch that either. It'll go in eventually, assuming I have room with whatever dates and initials or names I put in there. But I think I'm going to do dates backwards, starting with my parents and going backwards. But I'm not absolutely positive, and I'm not right now. Certainly don't know who's going to go where. And these are they're all the charts. There are 12 charts, but 2 have bonuses, so there are 14 total. And they're more or less for months: January, February, etc. Valentine Rose for February, but they don't scream certain times of year necessarily. So I'm not sure if I'm going to try to stick to, something that happened in that month, to only put those dates or those birthdays or anniversaries or whatever in those particular sections, because I'm afraid that if I try to do that, I'll get frustrated because there won't be something for every month, or then I'll have to put somebody's in a month where they don't belong. So I'm going to try not to get all caught up in that and just put them where I want them. This is also, this is 40 count linen by R&R Reproductions. This is the softest. It is absolutely the most beautiful fabric I've ever stitched on. It makes me not dread stitching on the 40 count, and it really, with a magnifier, it is just not that difficult. I've been completely shocked at how wonderfully it stitches up. I'm also, and I showed you last time, I'm using a ballpoint needle, and that is making, I think, a huge difference. Another stitch along. I think everything I'm doing right now is a stitch along. I don't know that I'm doing anything that's just on my own. It's interesting. Quilty Love by Lori Holt, and It's So Emma Fat Quarter Shop. I'm almost finished with this one. I plan on finishing this one tonight. This is my version, my sort of farmhouse type version. I'm doing this, can you see? I'm doing a little sort of satin stitch in between the rows instead of the rickrack that the pattern has. The sample is done on, I believe, 10 count, and I'm doing this on 30 count over 2. So it's slightly smaller than the sample. And oh, there goes my dog. Somebody, maybe the mailman must be coming up. But since my fabric is smaller, I thought the rickrack would be too big, so I'm doing the satin stitch instead. Lastly, I am doing, and I have I'll do it like this. I'm doing the Bloomtopia stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop. They're raising money for Make-A-Wish, which is a wonderful charity. So they're asking for a $15 donation to download the patterns. So great opportunity to do something for some kids and some families. And I'm more than happy to help with that. I think it's wonderful. So my copy didn't copy well on that part, on that side, but I had planned to do Bloomtopia. Didn't really know if I wanted to use the call for colors, if I wanted to, kind of be creative, do something on my own. And then I watched, and I don't even know what prompted me to do it. I was watching Farm Girl, and I saw her fabric dyeing, her RIT dyeing video, And I thought, that doesn't look too hard. Maybe I could do that. So I was at Walmart and I was in the laundry section getting laundry detergent. And there was a whole section of RIT dye. I was like, I really like that blue. Denim blue. And with me, if it's blue, it's, it's a done deal. So I thought, all right, maybe Farm Girl's video is pretty detailed and let's try it. So I brought denim blue home. And this is the liquid, not the powder. And I went through an old box of cross-stitch fabric that I have had forever. That box has been around for 20 years, easily. And I thought, well, I just want to practice first because I don't want to do it on linen or something expensive, something I already have a purpose for. I just want to try it to see how it works. And so I found a piece of white Aida. And I don't stitch a lot on Aida. It's fine to stitch on. I just prefer linens, even weaves. But here was white Aida. And it wasn't a huge piece. So I was like, okay, all right, let's try this. So turned Farm Girl's video back on, watched it again, got the equipment that I needed, the bowls and the cups and the spoons and everything, and I tried it. And lo and behold, this is what happened. I was shocked at how easy this was and how much I liked it. I love this color. This is denim blue, RIT dye. And of course it's still wrinkled and all, but I'm okay with that. I'll iron it later. This was so easy. I will be doing this more and more. I want to try like a tan or something. I've done coffee tea dye, but I thought, I wonder how, RIT dyeing might be a little bit different. So let's give that a try. I'll let you know how that goes. But if you have any interest at all, watch Farm Girl's video. I would just search it, Farm Girl cross-stitch fabric dyeing or something. I think, in fact, I may have, on YouTube, I may have just searched cross-stitch fabric dyeing, and hers was one of the first ones that came up, and it's fabulous. It's just, she makes it so easy. So this was just a test, and I loved it. So I am using it to stitch a patriotic version of Bloomtopia. And if you're interested in the floss colors that I'm using, I put a picture on Instagram. I actually got a couple of more shades of the reds and the blues in those same color families, just in case I want to mix it up a little bit more. But I'm real happy with it, and like I said, I love the fabric. I won't need it all. I think I'll have quite a bit left over, so I may use it for, who knows, something else, maybe some little patriotic pillows or something for later this summer. So I also, I was going to show you. Hang on. Sorry about that. I wanted to show you, this is a piece of Lugana, I think. It's kind of mystery fabric. It wasn't labeled. It was in that same box as that Aida that I dyed. And so after I dyed the Aida, I dyed this piece of Lugana. This was kind of a sky blue color when I started, or before I dyed it. And you can see all the variegation in it. And it turned out a little bit grayer. Here is this is the Aida. This is the, if we can get it there. There we go. This is the Aida. This is the Aida. This is the Lugana. And so the Aida is a little bit more blue, and the Lugana is a little bit grayer. I love them both. And like they were really both going to be tests just to see how they took the dye and how simple or complicated it was. And wow, I had all of that done. What took the longest was just letting the fabric sit for a while. I probably let it sit for half an hour before in the dye once, because I soaked it once and then took it out, and I can't remember. I don't think I rinsed it the first time. I'd have to go back and watch the video. Whatever Farm Girl did, I did exactly the same. And then I laid it out and scrunched it up the way she says and put it back into a smaller bowl, and then spooned the color over. And that is what I let sit for half an hour. And then rinsed, and that's what I came out with. It was very easy. Try it. You'll love it. I do have some haul. Not a lot, which is probably a good thing because I had quite a bit before. But I got in the mail today, I got my Floss Fix from That Quarter Shop. This is the second month that they've done pink. I don't stitch a lot with pink. It doesn't fit in my house. However, occasionally it does come in handy, and I particularly like this one, Clay Pot. Can you see that? It's kind of a very light terracotta, very pretty. So that came in the mail today. Also, if you watch Kimberly's Fat Quarter Shop cross stitch, or their Flosstube, and their quilting channel as well, she has said several times that, and given a link for customer suggestions. If there's anything that you want or you would like to see them carry, you can fill out the form, and they will, if it's reasonable and doable, then they'll try to get it for you. Well, there were these little Bent Creek kits that I had been looking for, and I found them online at a couple of different places, but usually they were sold out of the one that I want, whatever one I wanted that seemed like they were sold out. So I just, sent in a request through that form that Kimberly had talked about. And within 24 hours, maybe less, I had received an email that said, we're gonna order these. We'll let you know when they come in. And then last week, I got another email that said, the Bent Creek kits that you had requested are now available. Here's a link. And, oh my goodness. I don't know why. I have this thing right now with sheep. I think sheep are so cute. And so these little kits, this is the one that I had really wanted, and it's called Gertie Gobble. And this little series has the lamb, and the lamb is dressed up as whatever occasion it is. So this lamb is a turkey. That's so cute. And it comes with the floss, and I don't know if you can tell, but there's linen in there as well. So it's DMC. It comes, see, they're all like little packages. Sorry. So it's not a full skein, but it's what you need. And so you can use that, or you can use, fancy floss or whatever you want. And I also got the little patriotic lamb. Oh my goodness. This is the one I'm going to stitch first because I'll be able to put it out very, very soon. And there are others. There's an Easter bunny. There's a Halloween. There's a Christmas. There's spring. They are the cutest things. And they all come as kits. So you get everything you need. That's probably the one I'm very, very excited about those. Those are little tiny ones. Those won't take very long. In my last video, I mentioned that the Silver Needle in Tulsa was going to have a Super Bowl sale. And so I hope you took advantage of that, because I did. And they're so nice. So easy to order from them, and so nice to deal with. One thing that I had been I had in a cart at Fat Quarter Shop, at 123 Stitch, several times, and always put it back. But this time I got it, and that is Kringle and Woolard by Plum Street. Very excited about that. That one I'll start stitching, I don't know, sometime this summer probably. The other one is one of those big, humongous ones that I can't start till I finish at least one of the bigger ones that I'm already doing. This one, oh my goodness, this is beautiful. This is Quaker Christmas 2 by Bag on Stitches. Can you tell it's got all different the names of Christmas carols in all of the motifs, or in a lot of the motifs. Oh my goodness, this thing is huge. It is 240 by 356. It's gargantuan. It'll take me forever. But it's beautiful, and I can't wait to start it. So I also, because everything was 20% off in the store, from 8 o'clock on Saturday morning till the day before the Super Bowl until 4 o'clock on Super Bowl Sunday, everything was 20% off. So I got this, but I also ordered all the floss. So cherry cobbler. So if you go if you try to order cherry cobbler from Silver Needle, right now they're probably out, because they first called me and told me that they did not have enough because I had to get 25 skeins of it. Or 25, what are these called? Not skeins. I don't know. 25. And they said, we're sorry, we don't have that many. So we were going to talk about, she was going to help me see if they had 25 with something else that was similar. But she said, oh, hang on, wait a minute. And she came back and said, I think I've got 25. So if they're out, sorry, it's my fault. And then this one is steamed broccoli. So these two are going to be my colors for Quaker Christmas 2. The called for is Currant and Blue Spruce by Gentle Arts. But it's kind of more of a purpley red and a blue-green. And I wanted something a little more truer red and green for me to go more with my Christmas stuff. So there we go. I'll let you know. This is going to take me forever, but I'm so excited about it. The only other piece of haul that I have is this awesome bag. This was made by Calculated Stitcher, and she made it to go with the Suffragette Stitch Along. If you see it there, oh, there we go. Votes for Women. 100th anniversary of the passage of the 19th Amendment. So anyway, this is wonderful. It's so well made. I have always used Ziplocs. I have never used a bag, but I saw this bag. I was like, that is awesome. I have to have it simply because, 100th anniversary and votes for women and all that kind of stuff. So I saw this, had to have it. Calculated Stitcher. I will put a link to her Etsy shop down below. Order from her. You will not be disappointed. Her work is such high quality. It's so well done. You will not be disappointed in that. I did look at it and think, I've sewn all my life. I could probably make one myself, and I may try, but I would not be doing it, to have an Etsy or anything like that, because I would do one and then I would get tired of it and I'd not want to do another one like it. And I want to spend my time stitching. So I may try to make my own. I don't know. I'll show you if I end up doing it. But otherwise, I'll probably order from Jennifer at Calculated Stitcher because her work is fantastic. And I'll probably make one and order from her anyway, simply because her stuff is so good. Quilting wise, I don't have any finished big stuff, but I do have a couple of stitch alongs or quilt alongs that I'm participating in. I showed you last time my first 2 blocks, I think, for Moda Blockheads 3. This was the 3rd block. I'm using all fabrics, red, blue, and low volume fabrics from Sherry and Chelsea by Moda. This one I made kind of opposite, where the background is a color and the design has the low volume. I really like the way this one turned out, and it's got a lot of pieces, but it really was not that hard. The instructions were very, very good. So this was block 3, and block 4 was released last week, but it is an applique block, and I can applique. I don't really like applique a lot. It takes a long time, and it's more artistic, and I'm not artistic. You have to cut it out, and it has to be perfect. And if you're going to do needle turn, then you got to add the seam allowance, and it's just like, ugh, I'm not good at it, and I'm afraid it would look bad, and so I'm just probably not going to do that, because I am also doing this block of the month, Derby House by Minnick & Simpson. And there are 5 big applique blocks on this quilt. Now, if you read my blog, I put this on my blog. I saw this. I looked at it when Kimberly first introduced it on her quilting channel, and it was like, I love that, and I immediately put it in my cart. And then I took it out because I'm not good at keeping up with these. I wish I was really good at it, but I'm not. So look, I looked at the price. It's like, I'm not going to do it. And then I went back and I looked at it again. It was like, it's red, white, and blue. I love red, white, and blue quilts. And I love Minnick & Simpson fabric. And so I put it back in my cart. And then I took it out again. And then I put it back in, a couple of days later. And I just went back and forth and back and forth. And I finally just did it. And so yesterday I had some really good sewing time. And so I made all of the blocks for the first month. And I'm not gonna go through and show you all of these because you may not be interested in it. But if you want to see more of them, you can look on my blog. I'll put a link down. I put pictures of all of the blocks. This month, no applique. Next month, first applique block. So I was like, all right, if I'm going to have to applique with Minnick & Simpson, then I'm probably not going to applique with Blockheads. So if I end up needing another block, there's a lot of other places. I can use Sherry McConnell's blocks from her 2019 block of the month. Or there are other, I could just make one up. I just was like, nope, not going to applique in both of them. Speaking of Sherry McConnell, the other one that I'm doing, the other block of the month that I'm doing is her block of the month. And I put this one together yesterday. This is her February block. And I'm going to tell you right now, this piece right here is making me crazy. Those straps are going the wrong way. And I knew that when I put it together, and I thought, nope, it's okay. It doesn't have to be all go in the same direction. I don't know if I can stand it or not. I may have to take that one out and redo it, which means making another block because I can't make this one go the same direction as these. But I'll let you know. But what would you do? Would you redo it? Would you take that block out? Or would you be okay with it going the other direction? On Minnick & Simpson, notice they all go the same way. All right, all of those, and even the little ones on the courthouse steps block, the stripes are going the same way. Because I'm pretty sure that would make me insane. And I'm spending enough on this block of the month that I want it to be perfect. I don't know. I'll let you know about this one. But anyway, if you stuck with me this long, thank you. Like I said, I now have over 500 subscribers, which is just such a compliment. Thank you so much for all of you who are subscribing and liking the videos and having fun and leaving great compliments and just being so kind. I love being part of this online community. And so, as one of my viewers pointed out, I showed this twice in haul. And it's because I bought it twice. So, and that's just a sign of a chart that you like a lot if you're willing to buy it twice, I guess. We'll go with that. But this is what I would like to give to one of my viewers. It is by Plum Street, Cereal Bowl Collection, sampler lesson number 4. And it says, be you to others kind and true as you would have others be to you. And I thought that is such a perfect little sentiment for this online quilting community, because that's what I see, that's what I feel, that's what I experience. So, if you would like a chance to win this Plum Street chart, why don't you answer the question, what are your plans for Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is coming up on Friday, so I'll be looking for the word Valentine. Let me know what your plans are. I hope everyone has a wonderful week and a great Valentine's Day on Friday. I will leave this open until my next Flosstube video, which will be in 2 weeks. So let me know what your plans are, and I'll announce a winner at that time. In your comments, don't use the words win or giveaway or anything like that, so we don't have a lot of spam comments. I want to make sure that it goes to someone who will use it and is a stitcher. So have a great week. Talk to you again soon.